The Spin-off Podcast Network.
This is Kiwi is back for a brand new season with more inspiring kōrero from special guests including rugby player, father and role model TJ Perenara.
My family bring me joy. Rugby brings me joy too, but it's not the same joy as my family brings me.
And global dancer and choreographer Kirsten Dodgen.
For some reason, people think I'm very intimidating.
Listen to the new season of This is Kiwi, brought to you by the Spin-off Podcast Network in collaboration with KiwiBank. Available now wherever you get your podcasts.
Kia ora, I'm Duncan Grieve, founder of The Spin-off. You can help us keep all of The Spin-off's award-winning journalism free for everybody by becoming a member today at thespinoff.co.nz/donate.
Organisationally, tonally, that's the concern.
I can do all that. Don't worry. Don't you worry.
Sound confident lady.
Just trust me. I'm in charge. That's what mums are here for. Welcome along to the Real Pod, one of the last Real Pods with all of us in the same room.
It's one of the last real pods.
It's not.
Do you know what I mean? No.
It's a fake pod.
Oh,
Like all the other
a
pods
real,
are
yeah.
quite
The real,
phonies.
real pod.
Yeah.
I know last week when you were doing your monopod. Oh,
No, I don't mean a real pod. I mean like just like a real
Whacking your
podcast.
ears.
sorry, I've
You
lost
look like
sound out of one
Len-
side.
Remember when Len Brown started hitting himself in the face? That's what you guys look like right now.
That's what Hayden does a lot of actually
Yeah,
at
it's true.
basketball.
Okay, anyway,
Big cut.
Thought they might know Len Brown over Hayden, but
when you
hard
were
to say.
when you were asking about why the Real Pod, we got the names the Real Pod for our Instagram and our Facebook page is purely because the Real Pod was already taken.
By whom?
Well, the Real Pod.
Is it probably the same people who've got at the Spin-off on Twitter? The
Isn't
Leeds,
that like a jazz club? or
Leeds
something?
Jazz Club.
Yeah.
Inactive since 2012.
Remember when we were hashtag TFS Pod and there was the Film Society
I loved that.
podcast?
That was the peak of the era.
Yeah, that was so good.
We just stole their hashtag.
Anyway, they were so glad when we changed our name.
Oh,
I
shit,
assume.
yeah, they're real people.
Okay, so welcome along to this podcast. It's your reality TV recap and real life in New Zealand podcast. We're mostly real life in New Zealand now because we've just got Dancing with the Stars to chat about. Hey,
There's a lot in there.
there's a lot in there.
That's the right time. I feel like the monopod has poisoned the waters.
No.
Re-Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, definitely has.
We're allowed, to have
Jane's turned.
we're allowed to have different opinions.
Jane's turn.
No, I
did
haven't
I- did I-
turned.
did I turn
No,
you?
I just think that you jinxed it. Like it wasn't as good a week this week, and I think that's a direct result.
I don't have that power.
Well, you never know. You don't even know your own power, Duncan.
Pretty
Introducing Duncan Grieve from the Spin-off, and also Alex Casey from the Spin-off.
Hello there.
I'm Janie.
What are you doing?
I've got cat hair all through my... Do you ever get this, Jane? When the cat hair just weaves through the very
Oh, yeah.
fabric of your being?
My dog died.
Hold on, why don't I get that question? Sexist.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like covered
your
in cat
cats
hair
are
all the
always just-
time.
I don't know.
Leo is a massive shedder and just like a unit.
I just,
Yeah,
I
Leo.
A
literally,
lot of square inches.
I started a sentence that said my dog died, and you made it about you.
I know. It's amazing.
What?
My dog.
I actually said
No,
it's
I-
sexist as well. Cut off a woman grieving.
My dog
just so
died
rare.
a year ago, and I still find her here and things. Is what I was going to say,
Is
which
that
I like.
emotional?
That's nice.
Yeah.
Or is it just
Yeah.
nice?
No, it's good. I'm all about it. I'm like, hello.
Keep some of that.
Oh yeah. I
clone,
mean,
yeah.
I've also got her ashes, which is handy.
The tech is there. I don't know if it is.
Oh, clone her.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I don't think I want to clone her. I can only say this now a year on. I loved her to bits, but she's a pain in the ass sometimes.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Made a good skittery sound on the floor.
she did.
She
Look
sounded
like little high heels.
Yeah, it did.
I love that.
That's what I remember. That's
Hey,
what I remember Stella for.
We've got a jam-packed podcast for you today,
Oh my
but first
God.
of all, housekeeping. If you want to find us on the internet, hashtag RealPod, Facebook.com/TheRealPodPod, Instagrams @TheRealPodPod, and we'd like to say a big thank you to Nando's, purveyors of the tastiest chicken, the tastiest cheesy bread, the tastiest peri-peri chips, and also...
Hello,
on.
May.
Hello for our eyes? Or is
Well, let me.
that-
Well,
am I allowed
this is
to
what.
say that?
This is. Yeah. Okay. So there's so much Nando's news. I think it should
Look at
almost
Tina.
be in real news. So I sat down with. You know how we have like good mutton and bad mutton. Well, they know that that's what they're called.
I don't think they do.
Yes, they do. They do. Well, anyway, there's good Alex and bad Alex, and good Alex is the one that works at Nando's, who I had coffee with yesterday.
Oh, and you're bad Alex.
And I'm obviously the bad Alex. And she told me all the tea. I've started saying that a lot now because I hung out with teenagers at the start of the week. She, okay, so the biggest news to me, I reckon, is the halloumi thick set. What are they calling them? Thick
Sticks.
set. It's not fries, it's sticks. Thick set sticks.
I'm very excited about this.
It's so exciting. Next week, from Monday the 20th, you can go into Nando's. Are you going to cut off a woman again?
No, I'm just so excited. I was just a sharp intake of breath.
Do you know what I'm about to say?
Yeah.
Order anything. And Alex herself said it can be anything. It can be a Coke. And say, I want the halloumi hookup. And they will give you a free pack of halloumi thick set, whatever they are.
Sticks.
I love the way they do this stuff.
Look, can I suggest
It's amazing.
Can I suggest you order yourself some chicken and some cheesy bread and peri-peri fries and then get your halloumi sticks? I'm just saying for a well-rounded meal.
To finish it off.
Yeah.
Duncan has a quizzical
Is
face.
it just on the Monday or is it throughout
It's
the week?
all week. So starting on
week.
Monday. So we're
7
hopefully going to try
days.
go on Monday. Okay.
And,
Big outing.
yep. Yeah, lunchtime.
And take a punt. I know it can be scary sometimes. It's like, I don't like ordering the freaky off menu stuff, but it always pays off. Sometimes you just got to get out there.
But it doesn't
where?
pay off as much as when you go to Nando's.
No, God, no.
Yeah, I reckon, can you put a beep over
I think you
that?
need to put a beep
I haven't
over
even
there.
been there since.
Can we start
since
just
the
beeping
sponsorship
all
started.
other
Yeah.
establishments?
But be
Yes.
brave. There's also many other halloumi options, which I'm sure will be exciting for you, Dan.
Yeah, big time.
Halloumi
Sharing?
burger, halloumi wrap, halloumi pita.
I had a halloumi wrap this week. This will be today my third Nando's inside a calendar week, which is a personal record.
Wow.
Not enough, quite frankly. Also, Bundabergs and 750ml.
A huge bottle of
Whoa,
Bundy.
That's
Imagine
fucking
that.
No, that's the
intense.
Fandy. That's the Fandy. The family.
Oh.
The family Bundy.
Take your
Oh,
family.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's the Bundy family.
Because it's a proper restaurant whereby you can go get your nice plates and your cups and things. Like you don't have to be. So you can share and share alike. I say.
It's so good.
Also, Tauranga. So everyone nationwide, halloumi hookup applies for. Tauranga is opening on the They're having a soft open on the 29th. So you can only get in if you know the right people.
Whoa.
And we are the right people.
Whoa.
So if you want to go to like the kind of teaser opening night, send me an email, alex@thespinoff.co.nz. This is the Bayfair store, the Bayfair branch, in Tauranga, and I will get you in.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
It's crazy.
We are like
Holy.
commercial radio
It's
now.
proper. It's proper.
Okay, and also there's going to be a restaurant on Adams Ave at the bottom of the mount on Saturday the 25th with free tenders or chippies, plus voucher giveaways. So
It's just it's honestly a free for all at the moment.
All other restaurants must be so embarrassed.
they must. But
think
look at all the
Like,
action. They're
just-
like a little
They
festival
just
in themselves.
open up and sell some food and then close, and that's all they do every day, as far as I know. I never go to them. And then there's just Nando's out here, like a freaking content factory, just making shit happen.
And tasting delicious as well.
I'm so excited. I love halloumi. I feel like
It's
I could
crazy
just-
good. Hey, do you remember that time when you got humiliated when you were asking
Yeah,
about why your
I remember it.
your halloumi melted on the internet?
Oh, in
Kai
Kai
Corner.
Corner.
Yeah, let's crack up.
Yeah,
Never forget it.
that's right.
All right. That's all.
Alright, I
That's
know
all the
you.
important news out the way.
Flower it.
Is that the pod?
Yeah.
That was all of it.
Thanks, guys. That was our first 5-minute pod. Just jokes.
Breaking real news. I don't even know if I'm using. I don't really know what real news is. But here's some news. I met with the composer of that Stingle
This is definitely real news.
yesterday, I think.
Mm-hmm.
No, day before. And he is going to. The one complaint we get is about the one piece of music wasn't authored by either of you two or Paul Williams, and it's the intro theme, and I've never liked it. It's a bit jazzy, it's a bit funky, it's not for me. There's a review that always sticks in my head, like the 5th review back of the Real Pod, which is complaining about it, and they're right. I've always thought you're right. And the new theme should be here like next week, maybe. It's like our Tauranga. It's finally opening.
Oh.
So, yeah. And if he doesn't, then he doesn't get his visa. So,
Literally.
yeah,
This is a healthy situation, I
it's
think.
fine.
What about the extended Max Key single?
Well, I didn't talk to him about that. I think that's your news.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not the one holding him to ransom over a visa.
Well, I mean, we've got him right now.
I don't even know
what
about
are we ever going to
Can
want?
someone fill me in on this one, please? The extended, putting out a single?
Like
Oh, yeah, I just saw it put out a Christmas single.
Yeah.
Like an
Yes.
8-minute club remix on a 12-inch.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing if there's
Sick.
any new reviews.
Who would want to jump on that, like on the remix?
3 people have given us 1-star reviews.
Well,
3
that's-
people.
Cornflakes, get out.
Get out. Still,
And a
average
couple-
rating is 5 stars, though. That's
That's crazy. 5.0.
The 15th of
wild.
May, we've had one. That's yesterday.
Should have said that for the monopod.
You had such good feedback on the monopod.
No.
Completely undeserved. I just say that from a position of jealousy.
I enjoy
I don't
that.
want you to leave us and go solo.
I'm not going to go.
Don't break up the
I'm
band.
like Harry Styles out of it. No.
People loved it. Even
I'm
Joe,
Lolly.
who doesn't listen to the Real Pod, who doesn't watch reality TV, listened to your little part about the monopod because he too hates Dancing with the Stars.
Oh,
allegedly.
Joe, I love you.
But he still watches it.
He still watches.
I feel like he liked Rosello back in the day as well.
What it?
That was the guy who I was paying tribute to with my monopod. Problematic guy, but, aren't we all?
Oh my God. Okay. Here's a 5-star review. Wonderful laughs about The Bachelor Season 2. The discussion of Jordan's Lord of the Rings conversation with Erin was a highlight. That someone has just
This year.
3 days ago written a review about a podcast we put out about 3 years ago.
So is this a very special
That's
episode where we just
amazing.
read our review?
No, I'll just do that in my
I
own
want to
time.
find
Sorry,
some of
it's
the
good
1
though.
stars.
I don't
Let's
think
really get it to the guts
I don't
of
think
it.
that
They just can't be
they've
bothered.
rated
They're
and not
stopped.
reviewed.
I think it's just a mistake.
Anyway.
It's probably the other real pod.
Let's talk about cornies, not cornflakes. Let's talk about Laura Giddy, who was on the project, a corny on the project, because she's been such an amazing person. She was on for good reasons.
That's good. Not like the guy with the cheese
It's not like
photo
being on Fair Go.
with the pop-up globe.
She's on because she's done egg donation and helped people have babies, and that's amazing. She's such a good person.
Corny of the
and
week.
she makes the most incredible brownies as well. Oh, remember we used to do Corny of the Week?
Just did.
I know, but I mean,
back, baby.
do you remember when it was a thing and we promised
Yeah,
vouchers?
we
and-
did it twice. And
Yeah, still
classic
got,
us.
Still got Mike's voucher in my drawer.
Mike Puru.
Corny of the year.
He started off on the hits with a hiss and a roar, gave away some tickets to Lady Gaga in Vegas or something.
I want to go there.
Yeah, I'd love to see. I bought the Fame Monster on Picture Disc vinyl this week.
Whoa.
If
Yeah,
you
what a
had,
week.
perhaps if you'd passed on his Nando's vouchers, he might have let you
No,
go to
the
Vegas.
moment passed, so I was waiting for the next chicken-based piece of news to come out of
They'll probably have had a
Mike's.
rebrand since that voucher came out. It might not even be legal tender anymore.
Anyway, we just want to say we love you, Laura, and had
Oh,
Joel's dad not been an ordained celebrant type person, we would have had you as our celebrant at our wedding.
Joel's dad, what a character.
Is he? I mean,
He
yes.
said some shit on the stag do. He told some stories of a youth.
Oh yeah,
Wild
he's
youth.
got a wild youth. Then he found Jesus. Anyway, happy birthday to Blow on the Pie.
10 years
A
old.
whole
Really?
decade.
Fuck, do
Yeah.
you put that in archive. Hits.
Oh, yeah, put that in archive hits. Sorry, it's
doing
just
some
some production there.
For the Slack
Amazing,
channel
eh?
reveal.
Your
it was only
I read
yesterday.
your Justin Bieber story.
That was 9 years.
Oh, is it
yeah.
good?
I was there. I arranged that interview.
You were there.
I was there.
Oh, I need to update the story.
I was part of Bieber Mania.
Can I get a quote? Was he really as angry as he looked?
I could tell you many things, but let's do that off the record, or at least off air.
Live on air.
Okay, I seen Caro. Who's that?
Me.
Yep, we are.
Ooh la la la.
What are you doing here? I mean,
Having dinner?
Oh,
You
okay.
go
Fine.
all the time.
I love to go.
I feel like you're lying to your people.
What?
Yeah.
It was a special
Remember-
occasion, to be fair.
You got to bleep out that.
Oh, yeah, we'll bleep it out. She was, I know nothing.
And by love, what do you mean?
Yeah, find it, yeah.
Yeah.
Tis a price point, I tell you that for free.
It is a price point.
Yeah. But yeah, I saw her. God, she's radiant.
She is. She's.
Her hair is
Who
so
are we talking
good.
about?
Caro.
Cara,
And then I thought I
who's
tried
Cara?
to do the.
Carolyn Taylor.
Oh,
What now?
I've still not seen her.
She'd written something on the Instagram 6 days ago. It's a weird old thing. After dancing filled so many hours in the last couple of months, the last week and a bit have felt like I've had too much time on my hands. It's like you're having a blast, loving every busy minute, then it all stops and you're left with what was before your unexpected, fun-filled adventure began. Kind of feels like an amazing dream that you wake up from and feel that thing of, oh, stink, it didn't actually happen. Let me go back to sleep. I mean, it's a lot. She's written a big old thing.
I'm into this. I feel like this is the reality TV experience.
I know,
Even though this isn't really reality TV.
She was only on it for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Lots of rehearsals, surely, because you can't just come out and dance properly
Of
from week
course,
one.
but she is really very, very gutted that she didn't make it further. I think, like, I'm reading between the many, many lines here.
Are you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's just what's on the lines.
No, all between. And it is juicy. Anyway, that was a Happy Friday post from her. Just a huge
reflecting.
lamenting.
And then the next day she went.
Yeah.
And had a lovely time. So
Beat that out.
check that out.
So cool. I love this new beep out anywhere that's not Nando's policy. Like, and not just restaurants.
Yeah.
Like, I went to see a rock concert
No,
at the
stop
Auckland Town
this.
Hall.
No, because
No, I think it's
Wait,
good.
what?
No, I didn't.
Tina?
It was the Book Awards. It wasn't at the Town Hall. It was at the freaking ART Centre. Shame. I was just trying to make something up, and I really bombed it. I wasn't trying to make it up. I was trying to tell. I don't know. So continue.
speaking of bombing things, so you remember Andrew Drury from Married at First Sight?
This is a long beep. I
Yes.
don't think we should. I thought we weren't going to talk about this.
Oh, I'm just going to fill everyone in on what happened. Okay?
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Oh, it's more than fair.
I'm not going to be
Right,
nasty
no, I
about it. There's no need to. There's nothing nasty to say. But Andrew Drury from Married at First Sight, we talked about it last week, was selling a tattoo space on his back for charity. And
For charity.
he sold it on Trade Me, and it turns out that I won. I won the auction for $10.50, and we decided, Andrew and I, that wasn't enough money to cover the cost of a tattoo. I got really amped about the idea of, like, why don't we take the $10.50 and we can do some sort of thing where we try and turn it into more money so we can actually give
Yeah,
a
you
charity.
are really-
I was really into it, and then I realised I'm moving out of my house in a week and then
What
leaving
are
the
you
country the week
doing?
after, and I just don't have the
Your
time.
process, eh? Shit.
I mean, you can't. I was enthusiastic. Anyway, so I was just like chatting to him on DM and going, yeah, let's do this, let's do this. And I was like, I spoke to you guys, and you
can't
guys
do
were like,
this.
you can't do this, Jane. Hold up. You're too busy.
Taking too much on you. We're
Come
sorting
the
it out at
farm.
the airport, like while you're about to leave.
And so I had to let him down gently. But that was that. So I've left it. Do you know what I did? I paid him 50.
I saw
Whoa.
I put
saw
50
that.
into his account, and I was like, do something good with it.
it. Yeah.
And
Like a bag, do you reckon?
well, no, I think he's going to go and he's going to try and turn that into more money somehow. And he's just
Trade up.
keep us posted.
Well,
Yeah, trade up.
So you could get a $50 bag, break it down, 3 tinnies. You're up 20%, depending.
He's doing a gesture.
You know.
I'm not familiar with those sorts of economics, Duncan. It's not my industry.
Yet.
Yeah,
Going
apparently.
to LA.
Well, apparently not now, once they listen to this. So thanks very much. Another news. NASA from Married at First Sight Australia has thrown a tenty at the Sydney Fashion Week.
Oh, no.
I would-
This is going to be in the country.
This country.
This country.
When?
This is the
How
other
does
news.
he keep getting visa? I mean, I guess you
June.
don't need a visa.
June 6th. He's going to be in Christchurch.
Oh, that's.
So any Christchurch cornies, stay vigilant.
Why is he in Christchurch?
Well,
I don't
true.
know.
An
'cause
undie
to
man.
find out, I'd have to message him back. And that is.
Could it have anything to do with Married at First Sight New Zealand?
Could have anything to do with John Lemon, his hometown.
It's true. It is true, actually. Two very strong options.
Sorry, I knocked the table with my chair.
Yeah, you did.
Oh God, I'll message. Should I message him?
No.
What if he's on maths?
Message him.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, that I don't. I misheard.
Far out. Are you just not?
I'm just a long way away from you.
Okay, Duncan arrived to the podcast fresh, or absolutely the opposite of, from a yoga session, and so a bit sweaty.
It's my first time, my second time, my first non-hot yoga.
Okay, and
Cool
had a bit of
yoga.
a glow on. Was like, shall I have a shower? And we're like, no. But he has kindly
Well,
opted.
you said no. Tina said no. Alex didn't look so sure.
I know, but we just didn't have time
Yeah,
for
it's the
that.
time because I don't want to miss out on Nando's again. Like
No.
last time, I feel like it was very nice of them to make us a plate, but I feel like I'd have made it differently.
Of course.
What happened?
I said, what are you doing in Christchurch, Tina? Because you said Tina.
Oh, this is the best day of
Just
my
go.
life.
Just have to say.
Can I unsend?
Yeah, you've got like 5 seconds.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
fine.
Oh,
That's
man.
amazing. Anyway, just picking up where we left off. Duncan's sitting about 4 meters from Alex and about 6 meters from me. It's doing us a solid so that we don't have to smell him.
I just
actually
think if
don't
you walk
smell.
into a room and the first thing you say is, should I have a shower, with a guilty look on your face, the answer is probably yes. But it's all good. But some showering in the news. Should we do a segue into that?
Well, hang on, we haven't finished NASA's thing.
Oh, yes,
Basically, he
sorry.
did it. He couldn't get into a show or something, and
had a meltdown.
he had a meltdown. But the photos on the Daily Mail are great. It's just like a lot of finger pointing, and then he like takes off his glasses. It looks like he's about to throw them, but it's just a lot of gestures. And I don't really believe anything I read in the Daily Mail, but I believe this 100%.
His outfit is so good. His tie is weird. Oh, God bless him.
And in fact, if you fuzz up your eyes a little bit, it looks like he's wearing a blue shirt over the top of a white shirt, like a white t-shirt. If you chop
the
off the bottom
tie
of
is
the tie,
that wide.
yeah,
Do you say?
fuzz up your eyes, Duncan.
Oh, yes. What an outfit.
It's really
Disappointed to
so
see the trousers, but I guess understandable.
It's not trash day after all. Okay, what's the shower news?
Oh, so there's this sort of showering debate sort of gone viral online, and to the point where they talk about it on The Project, my favourite show. So I was watching it the other night, and basically, do you wash your legs
Yeah.
in the shower, like your calves?
No,
Yeah,
No, I don't.
never
I don't.
have, never will.
I do everything. What do you start with?
Pits.
Pits.
Straight to the pits every time.
Pits and neck. I'm a big back of the neck guy.
I'm tummy.
Back of the tummy.
Don't do that.
Every time. 'Cause I just
That's clean.
no,
Yeah.
but to lather up. That's how I lather up.
Lather.
Yeah. I use the softness of the tummy to lather up.
Get the lather
Oh,
going.
that's good.
Yeah, and then I do, and then I go down the legs.
Did it as boobs.
Actually, isn't just boobs.
Well, that's
It's
just
like boobs into pits,
Boobs and what? Into pits.
into pits, because they're all in line with each other. It's just efficient. My
Oh,
son, the
dear.
first thing do you know what my son's the first thing he washes and almost the only thing he washes in the shower?
What?
Soap on hands, straight onto calves. Straight onto
Wow.
straight onto shins, sorry. Straight onto shins.
wow. Which son?
Victor.
Wow.
Yeah. And then he sort of just goes, I think he washes from the bottom up. He thinks he just goes, zip, and then he's done. I'm like, you definitely need to do the reverse side also.
See, the way I see it, though, if you start at the top, let it all just drip down, that's a shower, baby. It's all washing down. It's like
You've gotta
how
use
I'll never
you've got to use
dry
agitation.
A dish if it's in the dish rack. That's where it goes. Let gravity do its work.
Okay, no, but hang on. You need agitation. Like, you wouldn't just chuck your clothes into the washing machine and not turn it on and expect them to come out clean, would you?
Well, if it had water in it, I'd be like, all good.
Okay.
I think it's like my grandmother who used to wash me as a child in the bath when I was a wee fella, like Victor's age.
Did you expect when you tuned into this podcast to hear that sentence?
She was big on washing under the arches, which is here, and so and I kind of think that is those are the essentials.
Yeah.
Everything else is like nice to have.
Can I tell you something that I don't know that I've ever said this on the microphone before?
It's just the four of us.
My mum's pet name, it's not a pet name, but her name for my downstairs, and my sister, it's not just mine,
I don't know.
was Sweetie. So she'd be like, when we have a shower or a bath, she'd be like, don't forget to wash your Sweetie.
I love it.
But it's terrible because whenever anyone talks about sweeties or something, or calls someone sweetie, I can't deal. And she called poos
cute.
clumps.
Oh my God,
Well,
Nutty Professor
plumps or
too.
clumps?
Clumps.
Oh
Dark
yeah,
clumps. I love that.
I've got that double LP soundtrack.
Do you?
I do. I'll send you a picture.
Did you guys not
Yeah,
have
it's
any
a big-
funny names
It's a
for
big
things?
music pod. No, we just did not talk about it.
Got a very good method.
You don't even mention it. Does it exist?
Yeah.
I'm sure some cornies will have some things to offer.
Speaking of.
Anyway,
My dad used to call the toilet the chunky.
Oh, the chunky. That's actually good, but it's quite
I think it
feels
might be
modern.
It might be like a Scottish, which seems weird because then I think it would be my mum's word, but it was always my dad used to be like, I'm just going to the chunky.
wow.
Sounds like a chocolate
It's
bar
quite- it's
that
quite
should
visceral, eh?
exist.
Mm.
There is, isn't there? Chunky. Isn't it? Chunky. It's like a big Kit Kat type thing.
Oh.
Picnic bar kind of almost.
Chunky chocolate
No,
bar.
I know.
Yeah,
what
it's a
you're talking about.
Nestle chunky.
And it's got, is it like red and yellow?
California raisins and roasted peanuts.
Shit, that sounds
It
so
is
good.
much more like a picnic
Go to
than it
that
is.
chunky later on.
Maybe that's why he calls it a chunky, because what you do and then it comes out looking like chunkies.
Man, toilet
Those are
pod.
around. But I've just searched chunky meaning toilet. There's nothing. There's no results. But there's real funny. Other questions that people have asked. What does it mean when your poop comes out in little balls?
Why is my poo sticking to the toilet?
That's just a cheap toilet.
Oh no.
Oh God. Okay, sorry.
All right.
Okay,
Small
we
pebbles.
wooing.
Oh.
Old sheep.
Yeah, there's an old sheep out there. It's 24.
24 or 25?
24. But I just sort of think, that's not that old.
Okay,
Sorry, I wrote the wrong age in the bulletin. That's not fair on you.
based
Fair on
on
the listeners.
based on that news, I went to check out the lifespan of some animals so that you know what not to buy, like a tortoise.
I love a tortoise. That's my favourite
You're
animal by
in
far.
for 50 to 100
I'm
years.
fine. I'm good with that. I want a life
Scary.
companion.
Parrots. Some parrots can live to 100 years old.
Yeah, that's fucked.
That's crazy.
mental.
You have to. It's like leaving your parrot to someone in your will. Like you get parrot guardian. Koi carp. 25. No, sorry, 225. The oldest.
What?
The oldest recorded one. But they are the longest lived fish. Longest lived? Lived?
Lived.
Longest lived fish. I just thought,
That's crazy. How old do you reckon those ones are in Western Springs Park then?
225.
Ancient.
This koi carp, I did once hear a story about the koi carp that infest the Waikato. Basically, there's if you go down to like a stream just off the motorway in the Waikato, and you look down there at the right time, it's just like full of koi carp. These giant, it's the
weird.
freakiest thing. And they can never get rid of them because it's a floodplain. So even if you manage to get some little lake to be koi carp free, they just whenever it floods, they'll just respawn everywhere on this like hunting thing, and they got tons and tons of them. People would pull in with a ute, and it was full of koi carp, and they just chuck them into this like meat grinder, and people would get koi carp billy. It was pretty, it's pretty hard out stuff.
Another pet fish news.
Anyway,
The goldfish, this site is like shaming me. If you think getting a goldfish is short-term proposition, your pet will die off well before they reach their 5th birthday. Think again. Goldfish can potentially live to around 30 years old. And so anyone who cannot keep a goldfish alive past the age of 5 should seriously reconsider their care protocols.
I thought people just chucked them in the toilet.
Well, but that's when they die, not when you get sick of them.
Oh, yeah.
But I have
I
had
got a
goldfish
sick of them
before,
vibe.
and they did not live to 5 months even.
Max, can you remember?
Did he eat one?
He ate one. Or his friend ate one on a Snapchat.
Oh.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
What do you think? Did it
That was kind of
make its way
peaky.
out?
Peaky.
Anyway, we'll get to Key later on in the show.
Major K.
Alex was very excited about the return of the old Milo flavour.
I'm not crazy about it.
It's
But I
written
just
in
Sounds
cap. It's the
excited.
only thing you've written in all caps in the
Oh,
doc.
Milo coming back, baby. I was in a rush. Just sums it up, really. So when was it? 4 years ago, they changed the formula to make it a little bit healthier or something.
Oh, they've gone
They
decided.
added some vitamins, crushed up an immunofor or whatever. chucked it
Riboflavin.
in. Riboflavin.
What is riboflavin?
Don't know.
I don't know. Not as young as
Some corny will
Nando's,
know.
though.
There'll be some like nanotechnologist in the corner.
Why is the corner so brainy?
It's
I
real
can't.
weird,
I
eh?
feel like I've got to the point now where I'm like, I'm okay in the comments, but if I'm posting an actual post, I'm like, is my grammar okay? What's happening? Am I going to upset someone very smart here?
Yeah, we need to be careful.
Mm.
What
It was a vanilla flavour that crucially changed the taste forever.
Well,
so they've changed it back after 4 years of hell. So it's never too late,
Isn't it a
guys.
chocolatey malty type drink?
Yeah.
Is it malty?
Yeah.
Malt.
Why would you put vanilla in there?
Yeah, sweeten the deal. You know, milk,
That's
essence.
not what vanilla
It's
is.
vanilla in a way.
100% not what vanilla is. You mind?
Sorry,
What's
scientists.
anything? You know.
And that is the real news.
Bloody hell.
I am disgusted at how much you have copied my husband.
Yeah.
Hands up if you've watched Lego Masters.
Me.
Just you then.
I watched an ad for it. With a promo by mistake.
It's actually good.
I also watched the promo for it.
I sat down and watched half of an episode, but it was the second half, so I saw the reveal. It's weirdly good.
Oh no, I would expect it to be good. I'm too scared to watch it because, well, I don't have any time at the moment. Sorry, guys. But also, I love making Lego, and I'm scared that I'll just be embarrassed at my crappy skills by watching these guys, because they just build it out of nothing,
The
right? They've
things
got
they
no
put
plans,
together
no
are
instructions.
Well, I don't know because I missed the first half.
Oh,
So all I saw was I arrived and they were building these giant like space sort of monster things. They were all different, but then they all had to choose a different way of dropping or whacking or blowing up their structure. And then it was like the competition was for both the coolest structure but the best explosion.
oh,
So they like
yes.
built it, but then they also
And they do it in super slow mo.
yeah,
eh?
they put it, and then they stuffed all the stuff inside. It was crazy. It was like Bake Off almost.
And
but
they have the most
plastic.
amazing pantry of Lego bricks that are like the Lego stores in the US, where like every brick has its own little drawer and colour, so you can go in and get exactly what you need without
incredible.
spending 64 hours searching through
What a great
a box of Lego.
It's a genius.
synergy of brand and thing. eh?
Totally. So someone is like,
Sorry, Brandon thing.
Yeah, you know.
I was just trying to help her out, so that we didn't like emphasize that too
What
much.
I'm trying, like the link between the thing and the product is there's no line. Like it is what
Much better.
product placement.
So it's a massive hit. It's
Yeah.
like the most popular show in 25, and the commercially important, as TV3 always say, it cracks me up, the commercially important 25 to 54 demo. It like cleans house. Like there's post-maths, a lot of shows have kind of gone off a cliff. That was kind of holding up a lot of things. And Dancing with the Stars started out quite strong and has gone quite bad. Love ratings, me. And Lego Masters has just come in. So three's bacon.
Speaking of Married at First Sight, there's something happening in the corner at the moment.
What?
Facebook.com/TheRealPodPod, and then you'll find the corner in there, or a link to. They're talking about people are having a conscience about watching Married at First Sight. And then I think they're starting to talk about, like, I don't know, maybe they won't watch. What will we do then?
Well, I predict they're going to dial it right back.
They have to,
Yeah,
but they've got to
wholesome.
find some other way to make it,
I think this
watchable.
Jeremy Kyle thing is going to have a chilling
Totally.
effect on reality
It
TV
has to.
worldwide. I mean, Jeremy Kyle's always been a totally batshit show that probably shouldn't exist. But, my vibe is that that's going to make a lot of people go, and it's not just, it's like you've got to protect the franchise, right? Like, even if you don't have any morals, which I'm assuming they don't, you've got this very valuable product, and if you have one death, and it's just worthless, you have to shut it down. It's like News of the World, like when Rupert Murdoch had this 170-year-old paper, and it turned out they'd been listening on one dead girl's phone at the messages left for her, and millions of other people's phones, and they just had to shut it down. And I think that kind of precedent just sort of filters out amongst the media, and that becomes the thing that you have to do. The only way that you can save the mothership, which is the channel, is to kill the property, no matter how valuable it is.
But you're not suggesting they kill maths. They'll just try and...
No, they just don't want to have that happen,
Yeah.
and to guarantee that, to de-risk it so that it's sort of insurable, and you can, this year you couldn't. There was fuck all advertising on it in Australia because it was too toxic.
It'll be interesting to see how the New Zealand one goes this year off the back of that very toxic.
But the New
season.
Zealand one's been boring as hell. Well, was it
Yeah,
toxic?
we've never even made it close.
It was just like
No, but rather
people
than
just sort of hanging around.
But rather than trying to amp up the drama, that toxic drama, to improve the ratings, they're now left in a place where they have to, I don't know, come up with something else.
Is it naive that I still think the New Zealand maths, like, oh no, maybe not, was trying to give it like a solid crack?
I think the problem with the New Zealand one is that there's so few men who apply that it's actually really hard to match people, like properly match people, because there's not like you've got a huge pool of options to draw from.
True. I guess at first glance it doesn't look as stunty. Like you watch the Australia one, you're like, where's the joke couple? That's a mess. That's disaster.
Yeah.
Maybe Ksenia and Wayne actually were probably like that from the start. But
Yeah.
like Sam Levi and Taylor, I wasn't immediately like, oh, that's a, you know.
Well, Sam Levi and Taylor felt. I mean, and I think even though they didn't make it, they were a good enough couple to have moments after the show, which is basically all you can ask for.
Sam still felt set up though, but that's you'll have to listen to his podcast for that. Is that still
Is
going?
it still going? I listened to it for quite a while.
I don't know.
Just going to quickly.
Because his is a mono. Or he was a monopodster.
I mean,
He's
he
often
started the
mono.
trend.
He's often mono.
Yes, I'm just walking in Sam Levi's shadow.
What was it called? What was it called? Off the record. On
Yes,
the,
real
no, Real Talk with Sam Levi. No,
Real Talk?
True Talk.
Samuel Levi. Oh
Right.
my god.
Anyway, what do you want to start on Dancing with the
Keeping
Stars?
it real.
Keeping it real.
With Samuel
Keeping
Levi.
it real. Okay.
Oh man, I'm so hungry. Nando's is coming in 11 minutes.
Okay, can you start talking about Dancing with the Stars?
Manu and Lauren.
14th
It was 80s week.
14th of March was the last episode, by the way. There's 7
Oh my
episodes in total. I
God.
feel like it's maybe done.
That's just season 1.
It was 80s week on Dancing with the Stars.
It was.
I'm done. That was me. It's the most professional thing I've ever done.
That was really. I was got chills.
Thank you. Did you watch it, Duncan?
I watched the second episode. Sort of half watched it.
I got behind this week.
I got behind too.
And as I was saying to Jay, there's nothing more stressful than being behind on Dancing with the Stars. It seems like an insurmountable task to overcome.
Yeah, but isn't that because you don't really want to watch it?
Or you've
I
got
only
things
like watching
on,
it live. Like, I genuinely like the ritual of watching it on
and
a
knowing
Saturday
that they're
night.
dancing as you're watching.
Yeah.
You know, that's cool.
The liveness of it, yeah, is
And then do you go on like
Exciting.
Twitter or whatever?
nice.
Also, you're
Wander
forced,
around.
if you're watching it live, you're forced to watch the pre-roll and the critique, which when I'm watching it delayed, I don't do. And I think sometimes that's where the good stuff is,
Definitely.
but I can't be bothered watching it if I'm watching delayed. But anyway, all that said, I can't tell you anything about any pre-roll or judging that happened this week because I only watched the dancers. Manu and Lauren did a sexy cha-cha to Venus. He was all shiny and
Quite
gold.
bad songs, I felt like. Like the 80s is probably one of my favourite, maybe my favourite music
Absolutely
decade.
stacked.
Stacked
great
decade.
tunes.
And like Venus and Walking on Sunshine, shit songs.
Yeah.
Absolutely boring as hell.
Anyway, the judges were not as enthusiastic as I was about the dance.
I thought it was great.
I thought it was a great dance,
I,
so-
I think they're doing that thing. I think they're doing the thing.
Yeah.
They're trying to bring him down a peg or two because he's so good. They're trying to level the playing field. What are you doing there?
Imagine if someone was dragging me backwards in my chair right now.
Yeah.
You know the dead body drag?
Yeah.
They did it backwards and in heels. Amazing.
I mean, hey, so look, I think he's definitely in with a chance, right? For the
Looks
big one.
good.
He's the top 3 for sure.
100%.
I love him.
I love him too.
I just think as well the fact that he's like this big burly Warriors player, this league player. He's just got such natural rhythm and hips and
He was in my pub quiz actually.
What?
like your team.
Well,
or
no.
question.
It was a question about when the Warriors won against Melbourne something.
Storm.
Needless to say, we did not get it right. But
Oh,
he was
I
in the
see.
clip. He was in a little clip.
Oh.
But I'd
right.
never seen him in,
He's bloody good though,
in
isn't
the
he?
zone. Well, yeah, it was exciting. It was
Who's
exciting to
tremendous.
watch.
Tremendous.
He also
at his
has a
pomp.
lovely laugh. I'm very into probably the way I'm engaging with Dancing with the Stars the most is through Instagram stories because they have so much fun. And William Wairua constantly like punking Manu, sneaking up to him when he's getting his tan done, and just generally roasting him is so funny every single time. Manu is a very generous laugher, and I enjoy
What a
that.
cool club to be in.
From one to another.
It's yeah. I think that's why everyone's so sad. Like, why Caro is bloody,
She missed
she's
out.
threading.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of mates at first
Reading on
sight.
Insta.
It's sort of the show.
Okay, Nadia and Aaron did a rumba to Take My Breath Away. Aaron was loving this.
This song is, contra my previous statement, is such a good song.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was really good as well.
I thought they did.
Should they showed us something?
She looked amazing in that.
Yeah.
That was like
Incredible.
such a good outfit. He looked quite dapper in his officer's outfit as well.
Didn't notice.
Mm-hmm. And the one thing that annoyed me though, actually it happened twice, was the move that Sam Hayes did last year. Do you remember? Yes, that
Down
one.
the camera?
Down the camera. That one with the hand turns around. I
It's
remember.
Aaron's like signature.
It's his signature move.
Yeah.
Get
But
Milady
hey,
to do
look,
the
I'm
twisty hand
captivated
thing.
by it every time.
It was. I mean, it was a bit of a boring dance, but she looked amazing, and I don't know. I just felt like the dances were just a little bit more boring this week, in a week that they should have been, 80s-tastic.
True. Or is it because someone poisoned
Yeah, well,
your
that's
brain?
exactly what it is.
Double peace sign. I liked when she did like a just full koala kind of kangaroo type
Oh,
thing.
okay. The full
Full
full kangaroo.
No, the full kangaroo has to be to completion.
Well, Sam, what do you mean? What do you mean?
She has to poo on him.
JT is the only one who's ever executed, to my knowledge.
Oh my god.
He was the loo, she was the kangaroo. That's what I'm saying.
Oh
I
god.
liked it. Also, in the Instagram stories, it's going to be my new contribution. It was Shay Mountain's birthday this week. Randall gave him a very sexual, well, it was a lap dance sexual by default, but very intense. And Nadia Lim was in there giving Shay Mountain a little lap dance as well. And I was
What?
like, Himst is this?
What?
Yeah.
Who's who?
Shay Mountain.
Shay's
Laura's
dancer.
partner.
Laura's
Laura's
partner.
partner.
Climb Shay
Shay
Mountain.
Are you making this up to fuck with me?
No.
Shay Mountain.
Shay Mountain.
Yeah, that's his name.
Is he like an influence?
No.
Dancer.
Oh.
He's one of the dancers.
Oh, I don't know the dancer's name.
Yeah, Shay Mountain.
The dancers are the real stars.
No, not for me.
Okay.
The stars.
But Nadia was in
are
there.
the real
so it was
stars.
a little after dark.
She'd
for
been
me.
in hospital as well, and I just want to point out, thank you very much to Di, because Sharon mentioned that Nadia had been in hospital at 2 a.m. that morning, 2 a.m. morning, yep. And I was like, what, was it a sick child? Was it alcohol put? Like, why? And it wasn't. She didn't mention. And then when she headed to Di and Sharon's booth, Di's whoever's booth it is, but Di was there, and he said, "You were on the nebulizer in the hospital with the asthma."
Whoa.
Or it might have been the other way around. It might have been that Di didn't tell us and expanded. But anyway,
Yeah.
I'm just pleased that we found out why she was in hospital,
Right.
Yeah.
because that would have really annoyed me
Demand the
otherwise.
truth.
Okay,
all times.
21. 21's the score. Randall and Brittany, It's Raining Men, sexy,
Very sexy.
lovely.
I
Beg
didn't
your
even
pardon,
know
say
if it
that
was-
again.
Huh?
The way you said that, exactly the same.
I don't
Very
think...
sexy.
Very sexy.
Can I protest?
Yes.
I don't think It's Raining Man is an 80s song. I think it's strongly associated with the 80s, but I think it came out in like 1977 or 78.
It came out in
1983.
1983.
Which version?
Is a song by the American musical duo The Weather Girls from
Weather
their third
Girls.
studio album Success in
Okay,
1983.
Cut this out. Cut this out.
Don't cut that out, leave it in.
Cut that out.
It wasn't even 1980, it was like well in there.
It's so classic disco sound.
Anyway,
Raining Men.
I thought it was
Don't
so
believe me.
sexy, I wasn't even sure it was allowed on
it was
television.
very sexy. And then do you think, when she ripped his top, do you think it was supposed to rip open all the way or do what it did, which is still stay together at the bottom?
Yeah, I
think
think
it
that
was
was funny because he was wearing like a little.
like a little skirt,
I
little
see.
kilt,
It was
yeah.
actually released as a lead single in 1982, so that explains my confusion.
No, not really.
Basically the 70s.
Damn it. A
Um,
lot of people say the 80s didn't start until Muldoon's
when
called the 1984 elect. No one says that.
when was William and Amelia's dance? Was that next?
No, that was last on Sunday.
Was it
night.
last? Ah.
After him was Walter.
Walter and Melissa. Is it Melissa? I just
Yeah.
wrote Melissa.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was my ship name? Mulwell. Well, Mul. Melwall.
Melter.
Melter.
Anyway, they did a
Melter.
soul sitter all night long. He's just all arms and legs. The judges are just waiting for him to go.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
He
True,
will
no?
never go.
He's not even been to bottom 2 yet, has he?
Nah. It is crazy.
It's absolutely bonkers.
He opened with juggling, which reminded me of our little challenge we set ourselves a mere 2 years ago, was it?
No, it's only like 17 months ago.
Yeah, it was only
There's
the
still
last
time.
year.
Yeah, round up. Muldoon. I moved my devil sticks for the first time in 17 months.
Was it just moved them though? Like put them somewhere else?
Yeah, because I was hoovering for the inspection. They were covered in cobwebs and multiple spiders.
Wow.
It's crazy.
I have one by one thrown my juggling balls in the bin.
Why one by one?
Because I'll
Basically
find
juggle.
one somewhere because the kids were playing with them and they turned into kids' toys and then they're gone. They're gone because I'm condoing.
Well, I can do the split, so
Go on then.
no.
But I told you last week I can solve a Rubik's Cube. That's something, isn't it?
Oh,
That's
that's
definitely something.
fully something.
Thank you. Okay, Kaylee and Scott did a rumba to, well, I want to say Richard Marx, but it wasn't because it was Kaylee singing Richard Marx.
Did she
a
sing
treat.
her own
Don't say
song?
anything, don't say anything bad, don't say anything bad because she had a friend who lost her daughter and she dedicated it to her. So just,
Why would I say? I never say anything bad. I'm the nice one.
you're the nice
I never
one.
said nothing bad.
You've panned the whole show.
I'm joking. I'm the bad one.
You're the bad one.
It was beautiful. What a treat.
It was lovely. Laura and Shay did a dance to Footloose. I didn't get the score
Follow
for Kaylee.
sucks.
No, hold
either.
on a
That's a
minute.
bad song. Another bad song.
Hold on a minute.
Have you got stuff to say?
William was between.
Yeah, thought so. I just forgot to write
He
about
did
him.
the foxtrot. He went to the other mountain, Shane Cameron.
Yeah.
What do they call him? Mountain
Chopper?
No,
no,
Shane
doesn't
Cameron,
he
the
have
boxer.
Yeah.
Isn't he like
Don't they call him Shane Chopper
Mr.
Cameron
Mountain
or something?
Shane
Mountain Goat?
Cameron.
Oh, yeah, maybe the Mountain Goat.
Nickname.
I'm just pulling out things from my head. If that's right, I am.
Yeah, it's like me
to
with
what
the
I
Weather
thought.
Girls.
It was quite funny. It was just like a little sketch. He spent 6 hours at his gym learning how
Oh,
to do
yeah.
the foxtrot, and then
Yeah.
he said, "I never actually did the foxtrot."
Yeah, it was
when I
great. It was
at
actually
Duncan
it was
Stars."
delivered quite well. That little
was.
comedy moment at the end there.
It's just so funny.
I think that Shane Cameron's missed his calling.
It's true.
Get behind the mic, mate.
Oh, it's Shane Cameron who came out in the 70s.
Okay, Duncan, let it go.
God damn.
So what did they do? What did he do?
They did the foxtrot.
What was it
to,
to again?
Jam into the break of dawn or something is what I wrote down.
Fucking long
Oh,
ass
it was a
Wikipedia page.
bizarre 80s choice.
And we're jamming, something.
Yeah, it's sure it might have
that
come out in the
music?
80s, but it didn't feel like
Yeah.
What?
It's like it's raining
the
men.
night was about.
Yeah.
But he was good.
It was good.
It's bloody great. She was great. They were really great, which makes the
Yeah.
bottom 2 placing
Unbelievable.
really strange.
Disaster.
But we'll get there. Mike and Christy did a tango to Sweet Dreams again. I mean, it's
It's like disc
know.
one of those like Warehouse 5 CD for $9.99 compilations. All the most obvious songs. It's boring as hell.
I also no Madonna.
Yeah.
Like no, I don't
Is
know.
that price
I
point?
don't think so
Don't
because they called them. So
We didn't get rickrolled.
I don't know.
Like,
Yeah.
There's so many good, funny things you could have done.
Anyway, this was Mike's least cringy dance for me, which doesn't bode well for him.
Wait, we skipped Laura.
Yeah, we mentioned her and then did
Oh,
nothing.
Laura and
Laura's
Shane
very good.
did Footloose. Very fun, very fast, very good score. In fact, the best score so far in the competition, 27. That's 3 nines.
Amazing.
Yeah, they did some promo for Two Hearts.
That's right. The whole cast
Whole
went to the
cast
opening
went,
night.
had a
What
laugh.
Man, imagine a night out with Jules Tucker. Shit, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
Do you reckon he goes crazy?
I reckon he goes absolutely mad.
I really want to hang out with him. Maybe I'll make it happen.
We've done
Didn't
it.
you-
Haven't we
didn't you
done
have
that?
No, but one-on-one.
Oh,
One-on-one.
That's,
Not with Camilla and all them around.
so when you say one-on-one, you mean just you and Jules?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe a publicist.
Definitely some Instagram stories.
Yeah, shit, yeah.
Okay.
What about that time when he was on, when he saw the Austin Powers? That was like
Oh, yeah.
peak. What
Oh, that was
That was
crazy.
amazing when
Like your
Gary
worlds
Brown,
collide. Yeah,
Gary
Gary
Brown,
Brown.
Austin Powers was pulled up outside Britomart in his Austin Powers mobile,
Yeah.
jamming some music, and then Jules just started dancing around the car. Then Austin got out of the car at the red light, and they were both just dancing in the street. It's amazing. I'll put it in the Real Pod corner.
Yeah.
It's my favourite piece of video.
Okay. Laura is really, really, really good. Controversial call. 27? I don't know.
Too high.
I just think bring it she's going to win at this rate, which is fine, but
Yeah.
I don't want to know it this early. You know how like they're bringing Manu down?
I reckon Glenn is going to do something crazy soon. I mean, he did that crazy thing, the head on the chest, which we had mucho discussion about.
I just think Glenn he's just Simon Barnett and Chris Harris all over again. Just it's literally just Vanessa turning a man into a dancer.
I love it.
But I just
Good
want to see
narrative.
something else. Anyway, I think Laura's doing amazing. She's definitely one of the best dancers there. I just feel like she's going to win, and I just don't want to
To
know
be
that
clear,
right now.
I think Laura is the best as well, but I think that a man is going to win this season.
But Sam
Hayes won last time, and there's just so many strong men,
Yeah, that's true.
and also sexism.
yeah, that's
So,
true.
It's
Okay.
it's a combo.
Sorry,
for
Laura.
Sure.
It was great, I have to say. It was bloody great. I just feel like she's owning it. Mike and Christy, Tango
Right.
to Sweet Dreams. Full of mistakes, apparently. I didn't really spot them.
I didn't see
There
any
was one, I had to rewind. There was a bit at the beginning where he was just slightly out of time with Christy, but according to Jules, it was a complete and utter nightmare.
Yeah, that was harsh. I
Okay.
don't know if it was a sweet dream or a nightmare.
He didn't really say it was a nightmare. He was just trying to make a dumb gag, and then,
Sort of stumbled into it.
yeah. Anyway, I mean, the score of 19, it's not a nightmare. If you want to see a nightmare score, just check Walter's track record.
14. Oof. That's a fail. Like that's you got to go and repeat your year.
Glenn and Vanessa did Quick Step to Walking on Sunshine, Duncan's favourite. Again, I've written fast and fun. Score of 23. I mean, the Quick Step's always good to watch, isn't it?
I don't remember anything
They
about
just
it.
buzz around the floor at high speed doing some gallops.
Was he doing the little ooh face again?
No, not so much. But I tell you what, I have to say, Nadia's, the way her makeup is done, she's quite heavily contoured. Looks like she's doing this or is she doing this all the time?
I think she
Slightly ducky.
Because I think wasn't there something early on about how she struggles to keep a serious face? So she's
Oh,
gotta,
yes.
be
Yes, 'cause-
sucking in.
yeah, okay. Anyway, William Wyra and Mike McRoberts were in the bottom two. What the fuck?
Stupid.
Disaster.
But at
What
least,
are you doing,
at least
New
justice
Zealand?
prevailed.
This makes no sense. How many followers has William got?
100,
Like a million.
This is crazy. If you can't influence your followers to vote for you on Dancing with the Stars, what's the fucking point?
Yeah.
Yeah, and how is it that Walter's managed to influence his, enough to keep him in with such a low score, and William, who's got way better scores?
That just makes no sense.
Is it something to do with children?
What do you mean?
Like, Walter is in Sticky,
Yeah.
and they're like children. They're not. They don't know about irony yet. They're not.
But they're not
having
children.
laugh.
they're not children now.
They're like in their 20s now.
What?
Well, Walter was on Sticky TV just after I stopped watching Sticky TV.
About 2 years
I
ago.
feel like, yeah. I feel like the people voting for him would be like 18 to 22.
But maybe they're harking back to a more innocent time in their life, and whereas William Wyra, like, I don't know.
It still
not a-
seems bizarre.
Look, it's not a very well founded or formed theory. I'll grant you that.
Especially when you take into consideration the judges' score makes up half of how they get there. So
Yeah.
you look at Walter's score, he must have just a huge number of votes because William's been getting really good scores.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Santi
I
doesn't
don't
reproach,
understand.
makes no sense.
There's
Anyway,
no transparency either.
The right man went home, Mike
not
McRoberts.
Facebook.
He's got more important things to do than news.
But I think he was a bit embarrassed to have gone home so early.
Yeah.
Or maybe he wanted it. Maybe it was sweet early.
He was not great.
No.
He was not great. Anyway, that's the reality TV stuff.
Thank
You right there?
Oh, one more thing.
Oh,
Did you notice the light fitting this week?
no.
No.
Oh my God. It's the frickin' from the boys' house at the block. You know how they bought that massive light fitting that
Yeah.
hung in the void?
Yeah.
It's that.
Was it a Trowbridge?
Who?
David Trowbridge, they're everywhere.
Not William Trowbridge from
Filthy
Filthy
Rich.
Rich.
No.
Whoa, good memory.
But are they...
Is it Trowbridge? Is it David Trowbridge? Is
Is
the
this
name?
the thing?
Uh,
I reckon they've just recycled it.
Look here, I'll show you. This is
Because there's no disco ball.
these types of things.
No.
Was it not one of those?
You know what I'm talking about?
No, I can't remember.
You know.
What does it look like?
It's like little bitties.
Only reason why I see the David Truebridge, you're not familiar with these. You must see these in every block home ever that was, as well as lots of places in Greyland and Ponsonby. Duncan, do these look familiar to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've seen them around.
Yeah.
What was that team called? Ben and Tom. Anyway, I noticed it. I hope a corny out there did as well, because I reckon something's going on. I think something's going on there.
Okay. So you think
This thing.
Oh, right. Well, surely there's... It's just a light.
But it was expensive. There was such a fuss about how much it cost. I'm just wondering.
Joel's just sent me a message saying he's having a coffee downstairs when I'm done.
Bring him in.
Come up. Put him on the
Do you want to have
mic.
some chicken?
But anyway, time for this.
This is great.
5 out of 5 from me.
I think the nicest thing that's ever happened.
And that's the real review.
Oh, you can.
That's such a catchy song.
Do you want me to do that? I feel like I'm
I
playing.
thought you could talk us through it.
No, yeah.
Oh, okay. So today's Real Pod Real Review thing is an 7-Eleven exclusive. They had like a huge range of flavoured lollies. I was in Thailand recently. I'm sort of doing this the wrong way around. And I bought a lot of different stuff, including quite a few varieties of My Chewy milk candies. Good taste of the fashion life is the line, which is fucking good. And one I got, I got a bunch of flavours, but I mainly got them all because one flavour in particular stood out. Corn flavour.
Yummy.
Have you ever seen such a
I've
thing?
never seen a sweet corn lolly. Or a
Because I'm
sweetie.
actually a massive,
A sweetie, as it
I'm
were.
a huge corn head.
do it.
I've had corn chowder, which is currently on limited edition in those Naked Organics.
Sorry, that was my Instagram story playing over the top there.
I've had it 3 times this week.
Okay, these are individually wrapped, which seems,
Ah!
Oh,
great for a lolly scramble, but
so sorry, Tina.
but not
1,
good
2,
for
3.
the environment.
Oh, God.
Wow, I'm really
It
excited
was
by
a
the
really
look of
bad
them.
throw.
Because it's squishy.
I ate the strawberry one. It was delish.
Okay, we ready?
Yeah,
Yeah.
go.
Oh,
Popcorn. It's a popcorn flavoured Jelly Belly, but bigger.
Get off mic.
sorry, everybody.
Not very sweet, are they?
I love it.
You know what this reminds me of? At your freaking wedding, and we had those tomato-y marshmallows.
Oh, they were disgusting. They were
It's
so
a sensory
disgusting.
overload when you have something that you think is going to be sweet and then it's savoury.
It
But I
was
kind of
so-
like it.
Those things were
Mind
disgusting.
freak.
Chris Angel.
Yeah.
So
This is the
the
Chris
are you going to
Angel.
have more of these? I'm not going to.
Yeah,
I'll eat
I'm gonna.
another one.
I'll add
Okay.
another. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, to go around the circle, Jane. You're
2.5 from 5. I mean, give it a 3 for because it's corn.
Tina.
I'm going to go a 4. I liked it.
Thank you.
It's yum.
Oh,
Definitely tastes better
Alexandra?
I'm
afterwards.
going to give it 4.5. Would be a 5 if it didn't have as much packaging. Because I'm an eco freak. I'm rebranding.
I'm giving it a 5. I bought it.
Wow.
I love it. This is literally the taste of my fashion life.
Did you have to declare this when you came through?
I probably should have, but I don't.
All good.
No, you don't. When it's packaged up to the hilt like that, you're all right. Okay.
Yeah, eco freak.
What have
To
you
the
got?
hilt.
Did you
To
give
the
a Did you give a
wall.
score? Did you give a rating, Dunk?
5. Solid
5. Solid 5. Okay.
Where's the chicken?
Chicken will be here soon, but in the meantime,
Should we save the rest for some like enterprising corny prizes?
you won't. You'll eat them.
I won't.
It's the community notice board.
I said I wasn't going to have another, but I am going to have
They're
another.
freaking delicious. That's why.
Moorish.
Okay, community notice board this week, courtesy of a corny. This comes from the Te Atatu Peninsula Facebook page. Hi, lovely people. Has anyone else noticed? Now, I just need to say, when I first read this, I mistook the word feces for faces. So just bear that in mind as I read
Quite
this
a
out.
big swing, that one.
Has anyone else noticed human feces being left around
Shit.
Te Atatu
A
Peninsula?
rare case of it being worse if it's the nice word.
Around Te Atatu in the parks and tracks usually on the edge of bushes. Oh my God, sorry.
She's losing it.
I'm really upset about it. I just do not understand. All caps. This has come to my attention a while ago now. It's almost not safe to take a poo-loving dog around Te Atatu now. Dreadful. So, I mean, we can take from that.
Dog.
As in, like, the dog's eating poo. My dog used to do that. Used to eat, like, track down a nappy and rip it open.
Oh.
Anyway.
How do you know it's human?
No, you can tell.
There are some big dogs out there.
No, it's not the size. It's the vibe.
You both seem to know this.
We've been around the tracks a while, Jane and
When
I.
you get to our age. Anyway. No, but it's true that when you've had children, you become very familiar with human poo. Like, very familiar.
I don't think it's
we need
even
to do
that.
some
It's
kind
just
of
like
test.
animals has a particular, like, they've got a normal diet consistency, whereas humans put all kinds of bad
we are
stuff
all
in
over
their
the show.
body. And it
Okay.
just gets loose, the bowel.
Anyway, I read that as, hello, lovely people, has anyone else noticed human faces being left around Te Atatu in the parks on the tracks?
Terrifying.
And then I like, my brain melted until I saw poo emojis at the bottom. Like, I skipped to the end and saw the poo emoji. I was like, I've read something wrong. Sure enough.
Wow. That's amazing that feces wasn't your first.
And so this didn't get, this is kind of reportable.
Human feces. Probably runner's bum, someone says in the comments. Heard that's a thing.
Hang on. Duncan's so guilty Denver right now. Have we not had this conversation before? You've talked us through
I'm
runner's
sure
bum.
I have.
You've had a situation before, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. In Te Atatu? Or?
No, it was in the bush
Yeah, I mean, that's what it says.
on the peninsula, not the Tatpan, Coromandel.
Oh, I mean, I think that's just standard around there, though, isn't it?
No,
Just a
lovely
freedom
eco.
campers.
So
And...
it's a regular.
Anyway.
Yeah, true actually. Anyway, let's get moving.
Okay, that's it. I mean, apparently people go running to get their shaper really bad. When you go, you got to go. Her dog ate it and rolled around in it. She was not impressed. It wasn't me.
Rolled around in it, dog.
Oh, no
Have you no
wonder.
shame?
Okay. I was going to play the spotlight on Lightbox Stingle, but then I realised that we don't have one.
Oh yeah.
So just go. You do one, Duncan. Go.
Okay, I watched.
No, I mean do a Stingle.
Oh no, I can't do that. No, I can't do that. I don't have any of the equipment. I can't do it.
Just say spotlight on Lightbox.
That's the spotlight on Lightbox.
Thank you.
Wow.
I watched a movie using the Lightbox movie service. It's called 8th Grade, and it's directed by a YouTuber called Bo Burnham, and I loved it so much. It was like a window into modern teenagerhood, or it felt like an extremely close and real portrayal of it, and it was kind of like it captured like the sort of the drift and the danger and the excitement. It just had all of it, and it's so good. I can't praise it highly enough. Have you seen that?
I haven't seen it. I've heard very good things.
Oh, I loved it.
I've just Googled Bo Burnham. I think I've seen a comedy special or something of his before.
He definitely has done one of those. But he's like 12 years old.
Yeah,
and he
yeah,
directed this incredibly sensitive and
100% a child.
cool feature.
I've just noticed like what people ask when they're Googling. Does Bo Burnham have a wife? How much does Bo Burnham make? What is Bo Burnham known for?
He's
Did
older
Bo
than
Burnham go to
me.
college?
Yeah, child.
He's 28.
Oh, he is a child.
You're just still 27.
Anyway, that's great. So you recommend?
I like unabashedly, entirely couldn't fault it. The only thing is, I was sold it somehow as a comedy, and it is extremely not a comedy.
Oh.
It feels like it should be, but it just doesn't tell jokes. But I was just like just riveted the whole time. An amazing performance by the lead actress, whose name I don't know.
Sorry, I just had to do a little burpee.
She's incredible because she's on screen like every scene kind of thing, every minute of it, and she just delivers. It's so good. It's so good.
Thanks, Duncan, for your contribution to the Spotlight and Lightbox. I've been watching Modern Family. Not a new show, but it's still going. Believe it or not.
Wow.
It's actually like I've spent years not watching it. I've come
Same.
back to it. It's still like got some zingers, man.
It's really good.
The writing is so good.
Every time I watched it, I have laughed heartily.
It's
I've
like
never watched it. It's a good show. I
you
just assumed it was one of those bad shows.
it's a great show. It's like a comfy
Great.
blanket.
Oh, I love comfy blankets.
Yeah.
though.
It's a comfy blanket for me because I'm returning to it. And it's still as good as it ever was. But I don't know, maybe if you came into a new in 2019 and you start at the beginning, you might have missed your opportunity. But I say anyone who has seen it and enjoyed it at the time when it was at its peak, and then you've wavered, you've backslidden, come back to the Modern Family Church. God, that is actually a thing, In Modern Family Church, I bet there's a church out there called Modern Family.
Definitely.
Around the show, or do you mean just like a different
No, just
church?
like, you know how churches are called like Life and
Quippers.
and Modern Family.
City Vision.
They're not just called like Parnell Church anymore, are they?
No.
No way.
God, everything's changing and it's a bit annoying.
The only thing is that a couple of the characters who started out as little children on the show have grown up and are probably not as good actors as
It's always
as
a
they
risk,
might have
eh?
hoped.
It's always a risk on a child actor.
Yeah.
Speaking of risk, I feel like
You think
there's
the
a lot of
child's here? Can you hear the
sounds coming.
stampede?
I can hear the stampede.
Okay, hang on. You can't just run. We've got 2 more
No, I'm
segments.
not going to run. I'm just saying, like, let's keep it
Well,
nice.
I
What
want
have
to
you
just
been doing with your...
recommend not something I have watched, but something that Matilda Rice was watching on her Instagram
Even
story.
better, to be honest.
And it was #organic Castle Rock on Lightbox.
Oh, people say that's very good. It's like an anthology, isn't
Yeah,
it?
and it's based, I think, loosely on Stephen King stories.
Correct.
And yeah, looks spooky.
Spooky as hell.
Endorsed by Matilda Green.
Yeah. And she's with child.
So
And she comes to the studio all the time.
And she lives in Walkworth.
Colin's Granny, Colin's Granny, Colin's Granny, 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 Granny.
Colin's Cranny. I was in the zone, my eyes rolled back like Bran in Game of Thrones. That was so
Today is the day.
Oh,
Congratulations.
man.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy
I'm
for you,
exhausted.
for all of us.
Yeah, this is
Everyone
huge.
listening.
This is like... We've waited. This is like the Olympics or something. This is what it must feel like to win a gold medal.
Oh, that was a moment.
Should we interview
I'm
you?
happy to just go now,
How do you feel?
I mean, I feel elated.
Do you like rehearse or do you just?
I just leave it all out there in the moment.
Is
Well,
anyone
how did
you'd
you?
like to
Were you counting? Like, how did you hit those beats?
No, when I shut my eyes and I rolled my eyes back and I just felt the moment.
Is anyone you'd like to thank?
Colin.
Cranny.
I feel like that was the segment in
I'm
itself.
sweating.
But have you,
Yeah, let's move on. I don't think we can top that.
hang on, did he write some funny things on the Twitster?
Yeah, but what about Nando?
I know you said Nando's, but it sounded like Randall. Colin's getting frustrated because he says, I've noticed when you help people, you do things for free or for cheap, the demands are too much versus when you're paid full fee. I'm spending this morning reminding clients of this.
Amen.
Nothing like getting asked to do a charity gig and then they're like, okay, we're just going to need 674 hours of your time. And if
Yep.
you could bring 15 different clothing changes and...
And by the way, we've just changed what you were meant to talk about to this other thing. It's the
Yeah.
day before, but that's fine, right?
Yeah, and you can turn
And
up
it's
in
not even
anything but a
charity.
Lexus.
It's just basically they just don't want to pay you.
Yeah. Anyway.
Love it.
That's the cranny. I mean, it was mostly about
Yeah.
Alex's impeccable
Yeah,
timing.
it's not like so. I feel that we brought it down a bit.
Bring it up.
Okay, and we're up.
Like and subscribe.
Max Key Corner. I know. I know. I'll never forget you.
There are very few tunes I listen to as often as that, and it's never not good.
Yeah.
It's never boring.
It's never enough.
I think people should start writing songs that are exactly 20 seconds long.
That's all you need.
That's all you need.
I don't think Paul Williams knows how beloved that is. I was trying to tell him.
Yeah, I was trying to tell him as
Who
well.
could change the face of radio with that concept of a very, very, very short song?
I also think they're called ads.
Well, yeah, but it's not
Like the
though, is
Nova
it?
song. Oh, that's not a song. It's more of a vibe. I think Paul Williams is actually just super talented.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no, it is a song.
What?
Show us your crack. Oh, Nova.
Show us your crack. Yeah.
That's just good writing. But no, hey,
Can
Paul
you find
Williams
a
is
Windows crack and
talented,
Nova
man.
says, "Fill your crack."
His melodies are legit. Like, they're world class.
Especially
I think
that
he's
one.
going to have a moment.
Max is having a moment. He's been in Canada with his longtime Look,
What?
long time buddy.
Long time buddy. Sure.
He's colourblind. I didn't know this.
Same.
He went to a hockey game, and he's got. I've noticed in this picture, her arm looks. I don't know, like he's got some sort of fisheye lens on.
Really weird.
Looks like one of Walter's arms, and then he's wearing a Playboy top, cool, and he's taking a photo on a selfie stick, but he's also holding another phone there.
Whoa, double phone.
What's going on?
Shit.
So there's definitely something.
Oh, true.
He's also got
Gates.
another photo of him sitting in Beverly Hills, saying, living out of a 23 kg suitcase really has its ups and downs. On the plus side, I've learned we don't really need the massive wardrobes we have at home. Speak for yourself. And it's very easy to live comfortably with not a lot. On the downside, wearing one pair of shoes every day gets hella boring and isn't great for blisters. In saying that, I had a last-minute interview scheduled in LA and borrowed one of my homies' suits. It was nice doing my hair and scrubbing up for the first time in a while, but TBH, I wouldn't trade the backpack lifestyle for anything. In front of him is his Louis Vuitton wallet. And he's talking about the backpack lifestyle, and it's very easy to live comfortably with not a lot. Just your Louis Vuitton wallet.
You just need
It's all
two
you
phones.
need. Two
in this
phones, a
life.
Louis Vuitton wallet.
It's simple.
Also, he is very fluffy. Just saying.
What was this interview about? That's what I want to know. Was he doing the interview? Was
I don't
he being
know.
interviewed?
I don't know, but I'm excited that
Had to wear a
he's in.
suit?
I'm excited
For
that
the
he's in
Oscars?
Kelly, and I'm going to be there soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You should offer him a couch for him to surf.
I might need to surf on his couch.
True.
That's not euphemism, by the way. That's it. Okay, that's the show. Thanks very much for listening.
That's the show.
That's a show tonight.
Tonight, coming up next.
Nando's.
Yes.
Thanks, Tina. Thanks, Cornies.
Thanks, Tina.
Thanks, people who've popped in once, but no thanks to the people who gave us the 1-star reviews. You're banned. Cheerio.
Kia ora, I'm Alex Casey, senior writer at The Spinoff. We wouldn't exist without the ongoing support of our generous members. If you're able to, you can make a donation at thespinoff.co.nz/donate.
Talofa lover, I'm Madeline Chapman, editor at The Spinoff. If you have the means, consider supporting our high-quality journalism by becoming a Spinoff member. Sign up now at thespinoff.co.nz/donate.
The Spin-off Podcast Network.